Well, good morning. I'm going to take this clear piece of acrylic and I'm going to turn it into this using the eufyMake E1 UV printer right here on LaserNug. Let's get our acrylic cut and prepped and ready for color. For all you laser enthusiasts, I'm using Lightburn. I haven't shown you this first part yet because it's just a simple rectangle with 4 score marks, but we are jumping back into Lightburn to finish this project in about 5 or 6 minutes into this video. Stick around. Based on the size of that acrylic sign, I'm going to use the standard or large flatbed. I'm going to keep my paper side down, and I want to just place my acrylic somewhere around the middle, and we want to make sure it sticks down to the mat. You'll notice I'm wearing gloves. I usually wear gloves when I'm working with glass or acrylics, anything clear, so I don't get my oily fingerprints on it. And let's put the bed into the eufyMake. When you're using the standard bed, you're going to need to open both the front and the rear panel, because you're going to need, I believe it's about 16 inches in behind it for that platform to move back and forth. Also, pretty handy, you can remove the panels with the push of a button and put them back. In this case, we'll remove the front. I'm going to grab my standard bed. The green corner always comes to the front right. It's more or less it's what you might refer to as the home. And then I'm going to reach underneath and I'm going to lock that in. Perfect. So I've opened up my eufyMake studio. I'm going to come over here to Untitled Design to open up a new workspace. But I want to bring you over to the right-hand side here, to your menu. You'll see it automatically identified I've installed the standard flatbed, which is great. If it hadn't, I could drop this down and change it. And under camera, instead of clicking snapshot, I'm going to use this drop down and I'm going to see assisted snapshot. Let's click on that. eufyMake comes alive. So you'll see it has taken a picture of the standards flatbed, and there's my piece of acrylic. And what it's asking me to do is to drag this green dot to wherever I think the highest point of the acrylic is. I'm going to put it right smack in the middle because, as you know, it's a 3mm piece of acrylic. It doesn't have any high points. And now I'm going to check confirm. And now it's going to continue trying to determine the height of the acrylic. Although this only takes maybe 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, I'm going to speed up this part just to get us to the next step. It's now completed it, and if you look under here, it says print surface height 0.198 inches. If I change that to millimeters, it'll tell you the print surface height 5 millimeters. Let's grab our design, drag it in, and we'll resize it. And let's spin it 90 degrees to fit my piece of acrylic. There we have it. So I'm just going to drop the size of this a little bit. Get it right in the middle roughly. And I just need to rotate this slightly. So I want to make sure it lines up square with the edge of the acrylic. Now I'm going to set it just where I'd like it to be, which is right here. Let's click off of our design, come over here to the right side. It's an acrylic material. I want standard quality, and I'm going to do it in flat. I don't want to do anything raised. Let's click on here. We're in flat. We're going to do a white CMYK. It wants to put 5 whites and 1 CMYK. I'm good with that. Let's take a preview. That's what it should look like. Excellent. Let me drop that back, and we should be ready to print. Okay, it says it's going to take about 26 minutes. Oh, that's a big one, 3.6 mils. Let's start our print. So our small wall sign is just about complete for this customer. However, when you're making any type of product for someone that hangs or needs to be mounted, part of your creation has to be how you're going to hang it or how it's going to be mounted. I could simply send this off to the customer. Hopefully he'll like it, but at some point he's going to look at that piece of acrylic or that sign and say, okay, so how am I going to put this on the wall? So in this case, we're going to be using what's called an easy fix standoff. In fact, 4 of them. And if you're not familiar with them, it's a different type of standoff, really cool because it kind of hides behind the sign. The compression fitting for that standoff is made out of acrylic, and as you know, we've printed on acrylic. So today I'm going to use my acrylic number 16 cement. That way I'll get good adhesion long term. When you're using the Easy Fix, before you cement the acrylic compression fitting, you want to grab a piece of sandpaper and rough it up a little bit. That way it gives it better chance to adhere to the back of the acrylic panel. Do you remember my 4 score marks on the back of this acrylic? I sized those to fit the compression fitting for the Easy Fit standoff so I can get them cemented before I pull off the final backing on my acrylic sheet. It's that quick. So let's set this aside to dry and jump back into Lightburn so we can finish this up. So back here in Lightburn, this is my very simple design that I made here. Just a rectangle, and I did 4 score marks on the back. And those are the same size as the compression fittings. So I knew exactly where to cut them or to glue them on the back of this acrylic. If you take a look, it's pretty simple. There's 4 score marks and a cut. So what we need to do now is we need to provide our customer with a mounting template, because he's going to try to put this on the wall, and in the absence of a template it's going to be very hard for him to keep it level and to know where to drill his holes. So what I'm going to do first and foremost is I'm going to grab all of this. We're going to make sure it's grouped. It is. And we're going to change everything to black. And you'll see here I've also put little targets in the middle of these circles for him to know where to put his screws, and I've included a level line down here. So let's just flip this around so we can see it a little easier. And we want to print this out on a piece of paper. Before we do, I'm just going to add some wording in here. Okay, excellent. Before I go any further, I'm going to flip this in portrait mode. I'm going to be printing on an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, and the dimension of this sign is slightly bigger than 11 inches, which means it's going to overflow. So if it had been smaller, or if I'd been able to print on, say, a landscape piece of paper, I could keep all of this. But what I need to do now is ungroup it, take only the outside, and I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to group the rest. So in order to maintain this sizing when I print it, I'm going to grab my rectangle tool. I'm going to make a rectangle. I'm going to make it a tool layer, not a print layer, not any other color. It's either going to be a T1 or a T2. I'm going to go back to my select. I'm going to undo this, and I'm going to put in my paper dimensions. 8.5 by 11 inches. I'm going to lock that ratio. And I'm going to bring it down, and just for perfection, I'm going to center it. Good. I'm going to group everything. Should look like this. It does. And now I'm going to come up to my file, drop it down, and I'm going to print black only. And I'm going to take it inside, and I'm actually going to print it on my inkjet connected to my computers in the house. I don't need color. Let's print it. I'll be right back. And there's our template for the customer. Just a quick note, if you're printing directly out of Lightburn to your computer printer or your inkjet, depending on the type of printer you have, you're either going to have the option of margins, or it's just going to be set as a default, or you may have an option of a borderless print. You want a borderless print, and if you don't have the borderless print option on your printer, you will have somewhere in presets or in its setup where it'll say that it'll automatically add margins to the sides and the bottom and top of your paper. You want to set them all to 0. Otherwise, the scaling of your template is going to be shrunk. So let's wrap up another video. I hope once again the information was helpful to you. Again, showing how your laser and your UV printer kind of complement each other to provide those products to your customers. Thanks for sticking around with me. Have a great week. Please be kind to each other. And I'll see you again right here on LaserNug. Cheers.